Okay, so this is going to be new for a lot of you guys. We're going to be looking at different indents. Okay, so indents, and then we are going to work on the ruler and tabs and whatnot. So it's actually pretty cool if you learn how to use it. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to click the View tab. And let's go ahead and change or make sure the ruler's turned on. Okay, which it is. So now we can see that we have our ruler. Okay, so we have a couple different things. Okay, so this top arrow, it's like an upside down house. That is called the first line indent. Okay. The next one that looks like a normal house that's flipped right side up, that is the hanging indent. Okay. Then the bottom square, the bottom box is called the left indent. Okay. And then all the way over to the right is our right indent. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click the 4 paragraph under acknowledgements. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's say it's this one. Okay. I'm going to click on that. And then on the home tab, so I'm going to go to the home tab. I'm going to click the paragraph dialog box launcher. And then under special, I'm going to select first line. So let's go special, first line. Okay. And then make sure it's at 0.5. And then I'm going to click OK. So that just made it like a normal first line indent. Okay. Then we're going to go to introduction. Let's select the 4th paragraph in introduction. In the horizontal ruler, I'm going to press and hold the first line indent, so that the upside down triangle. And I'm going to drag it to 0.5. Okay, so I literally just did the exact same thing 2 different ways. Okay, so that's what that does. Okay, so now if I want to set a hanging indent, I'm going to place the insertion point at the beginning of the first paragraph under the acknowledgement heading. So insertion point's a blinking line. Okay, and I'm going to select the paragraph dialog box launcher again. And under special this time, I'm going to choose hanging. Okay, so you can see what it did, right? A hanging indent is when it looks like that. Okay, now I'm going to do the exact same thing under the last 2 paragraphs, right? So select both those, and I'm going to highlight, right? Boom. Okay, so I did the exact same thing, right? I used the hanging indent, and I was able to make it a hanging indent. Okay, so let's go ahead and select all the paragraphs under introduction now. Okay, and then I'm going to click the paragraph dialog box launcher. Under special, I'm going to select none, and then we'll click OK. Okay, so that fixes everything, makes it default. So now I'm going to select the first 2 paragraphs under introduction. Okay, and then I'm going to change the left and right indents to 1 inch. Okay, so that's in the indents group. All right, so we'll go paragraph. And then I'm going to do the left and right to be 1 inch. Okay, and I click OK. And now it looks all fancy. It squishes it in. Okay, and then now let's select the last 2 paragraphs under introduction. And I'm going to drag the indent marker to 1 inch. So the indent marker is right here. Change that to 1 inch. Same thing with this one, to 5 inches. Okay, so it just did the exact same thing. Okay, so I can use a ruler or I can use the paragraph dialog box. Okay, I can also set negative indents. Okay, so under equal employment opportunity and diversity, where is that one? Right there. Okay, and we're going to select both paragraphs. Okay, I'm going to click the paragraph dialog box launcher, and then under special, I'm going to select none, and then click OK. Okay, that just makes sure I don't have anything. Now let's select the first paragraph. Let's click the page layout tab. So the layout tab's right there. Okay, and then in the paragraph group, I'm going to click down arrow. Paragraph group, I'm going to click the down arrow on the indent left. So indent left. And I can do until it reads negative 0.5. Okay, And then I'm going to click in the second paragraph anywhere, and then I'm going to change the right indent to -0.5. Okay, so now it kind of spaces kind of weird. Okay, but that's a way to change the indents that way. Okay, and then now let's go ahead and talk about alignment. Okay, so that'll be in the next videos where we'll talk about alignment.